Today at thecognizantclassic.com.
The NBA trade deadline might be tomorrow, but multiple squads wasting no time. Some breaking news out of the league on today's show.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. It's your boy Theo Dorsey. It is a Wednesday here on Theoretically Speaking, and boy, is it an active Wednesday. It's Super Week still. Super duper. Super. Because the Super Bowl is this Sunday, so it's Super Week, is what people like to call it. C-Katt's on the other side of the glass on the ones and twos. Has this week felt super to you?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought.
It's too cold for our South Floridian brains.
Yeah. It is also a big shout to all of the young lads and ladettes across the nation as they are putting pen to paper. It is also National Signing Day across the nation. So we've been spending our mornings either talking to college coaches or at signing day ceremonies across Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast. C-Katt, you'll be happy to know I went to American Heritage in Delray this morning, and there were 17 total athletes across about 7 or 8 different sports that signed. We had volleyball, we had football, we had baseball. We also had 8 members from the American Heritage girls lacrosse team, a squad that has won back-to-back state championships, but this year finished as runner-up. So 3 straight years in the state championship game, kind of reminiscent of the Florida Panthers, but backwards. Feel me?
Yeah.
And one of the girls is taking her talents to your alma mater.
Really?
8 girls signing from that lacrosse team. That's how strong that lacrosse program is. I think it was yet again ranked either 1 or 2 in the nation. And, yeah, one of them is going to be playing lacrosse for your Penn State Nittany Lions. So you'll get that story and more across National Signing Day coverage as we have these several electric athletes out of this area signing on to continue their talents in college sports on our YouTube page at ESPN West Palm. At ESPN West Palm. Yeah, Penn State Nittany Lion, future Penn State Nittany Lions.
So that happened, and then my adopted alma mater, right, the place that I've called home, Kaiser, right down the road here in West Palm Beach, cleaned up with guys from around the area, specifically on the gridiron. Like one of the better offensive linemen we have in the Treasure Coast, maybe the best offensive lineman in the Treasure Coast that doesn't play for Vero Beach. Treasure Coast very own Max Sakalowskis going to Kaiser. Garcia, that brand new upstart football program. Jaden Morton, the receiver there, is going to Kaiser.
I was at a Garcia game where Kaiser scouts were on the sideline where they were like, we kind of want that guy, and that guy was making plays, and I'm glad they got that guy.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm glad they got that guy.
Yeah, so a lot of good news all around our area locally today at the same time as pretty big news happening nationally with the NBA trade deadline.
And you know what's even more ironic about that is I do believe they were actually at that game looking at a different player. They might have come for another player and saw him there and liked his talent. So it's fun to watch these things play out in front of our own eyes, and it makes it that much more important. It stresses why the coaches preach what they preach, why players are told to every day live up to the bill, because that right there, this kid could be sitting on his couch right now or thinking about where he's going to go academically, and instead he'll be continuing his talents and competing for national championships at Kaiser. I have the list here. I think 30 or so student athletes in the incoming freshman class for Kaiser University.
Ooh.
So they about to be balling.
Yeah, they don't they don't rebuild. They reload and they retool. You don't go to back-to-back national championship games by taking a year and trying to develop. No, you compete for national championships year after year after year, all across that athletic program in general, but specifically on the football field.
Straight up. And I had a conversation with Miles Russ earlier as he's continuing to bring in those national letters of intent today. So we'll see how Kaiser reloads and gets back on the horse there. And also happy that our guy, Miles Russ, who was going through some health issues, which pulled him off the sideline for a little bit during that football run. Glad to see he's in good spirits and in good health, bouncing right back and getting right back to work. So a lot of great things happening all across the nation and also here in Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast. C-Katt, it is Super Week, though. We do have a big, pivotal football game this weekend. My wife was actually asking me why I hadn't stressed to her my Super Bowl plans yet, why I wasn't pushing forward on big ideals. Usually by now, she knows when, where, how, what we need to do, and everything around watching the Super Bowl. But I did tell her this year because we're also, you got to remember, I got married on Super Bowl weekend a couple of years ago.
Correct.
So this weekend is going to be another one of my anniversary weekends. And of all Super Bowls, especially right now, because what people don't remember is I think the date is going to end up getting pushed back. Like, there's a lot of talk about an extra week for the NFL. There's a lot of talk about potentially extending the season out a little longer. So there's a good chance 2-3 years from now, I won't be dealing with this dilemma that, my anniversary being the same weekend as the Super Bowl. But of all weekends for Super Bowl action that I can prioritize the anniversary weekend activities over the Super Bowl, it's this one right here for me.
Jeez, dude.
It is.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
I know
it works out, though. It works out very well.
I know you're a Chiefs fan, so Super Bowl Sunday has had a different place in your heart the past several years, going to back-to-back-to-back Super Bowls, winning 2 of them. You have different interests at heart, but you can't forget your love for the game and the league, and that's what it feels like. It feels like you've been spoiled about being the main character of the league, so all eyes are on your favorite football team. And now that finally is not the case for at least this year, you lost all interest.
No, I haven't lost all interest. And let's not just say my favorite football team. It's also the most important team of this era of football with the best player in this era of football. And part of that is the reason why it doesn't have as much levity. Like, again, Josh Allen was playing in this game. If Lamar Jackson was playing in this game, who are some other characters that would carry that weight? Even Matt Stafford, I would be a little bit more jazzed up for it. I'm still going to watch the whole thing, and I'm going to enjoy the Super Bowl, especially the halftime show as well. I'm just saying it's not as heavily prioritized. So I'm cool with watching it from wherever we decide to do some of our anniversary festivities at, instead of retrofitting it around like I would in the past. So that's the only thing. It's the only thing.
So,
you feel me on that?
I don't really feel you on that,
right.
because this time has just stood still for me. It really has. And like, this promo played right before we took the airwaves. We heard this from our guest in the next 12 minutes, Evan Cohen, saying,
Hi, it's Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike. This week feels longer than most because the payoff is massive. Super Bowl 60 is coming up, and every minute feels like an hour. Let's pass the time together on ESPN 106.3.
Yeah, see, I agree with him there. I know that he was reading something off a piece of paper, but that sentiment is so true. This week has taken...
Did you write that script?
No.
Okay.
This week has taken forever. Like, I cannot believe we are less than halfway through this week. It has been way too long since we've watched a professional football game, and it's a fresh matchup in terms of the names that are on the field. We are going to see someone crowned, not someone get re-crowned or in the pursuit of a three-peat like last year.
Yeah.
It's fresh faces at the top of the game, and you have one very explosive, exciting to watch football team versus a team that might not belong there with the ability to prove everybody wrong.
I like it. I don't love it. I like it. And that's fair. It's fair. You know what? Do you remember how the Bengals and Rams Super Bowl felt? It had a lot more gravity to it. It had more gravitas. It had more energy around it. Yeah, than this one for sure. And part of that was because, at the very least, those Bengals got through the Kansas City Chiefs to get there. And there was talks of, like, Joe Burrow's entire life changed because the Cincinnati Bengals defense made a stop on Patrick Mahomes in overtime. His whole life changed in that very moment. And it's not to discredit him for that. What I'm saying is it means more when you get through the big dogs. And it does mean a little less because, again, you just said it. You don't really expect the Patriots to be back here in the future, and you don't really think they all the way deserve to get there this year. They had one of the easiest schedules in the history of the league. They also went through one of the easier slates of playoff opponents, more so because of how inefficient the teams were on offense. One team loses their quarterback. One team's quarterback lost himself, and the first team they played had no tackles that they started the year with, and they mustered up 3 points and fired their offensive coordinator. Like, the Patriots earned their way here, yes. That is true. And also, the way in which they earned here, it was about a bit of a silver spoon in the mouth type of deal. Bit of a silver spoon.
Yeah,
so you don't really respect their
before.
run already. I'm just saying, like, you already don't really believe that much in how talented this Patriots team is.
No, and if there is one franchise to beat the odds, to come into a game under-respected, and to prove people wrong, it is the Patriots.
Win!
I feel like on their first Super Bowl, they were underdogs in that game.
Against the Rams, right? Or are you talking about the greatest show on turf game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then their last Super Bowl win, they were also in that game, not respected, only because it was Brady, Belichick, and the Patriots. The only reason why people were counting on them to show up. But if you look at their team and their offensive output, a lot was lacking there. And when you're down 28-3 in a football game, I don't think anybody expects you to show up for the final 18 minutes a game, but they did.
They were big underdogs against Matt Ryan. Get the hell out of here.
I mean, that was a great offense. That was a historically really good offense from the Atlanta Falcons that year.
No, it was also a historical collapse because it was Matt Ryan and the Falcons.
And you know why it was a historical collapse? Because you had to have somebody on the other side of the football to do just that and enact that change, and that was the Patriots.
That guy's not here anymore.
The
and
Patriots
there you go again talking about the Patriots and bringing up Tom Brady in your argument. Talk about these Patriots.
Okay, these Patriots won a close game last week in an ugly one in the conditions.
What happened in the second half of the AFC Championship game was not football. I don't know what you want to call it. You can call it a snowball fight. You can call it Snowmageddon. You can call it, honestly, what the Patriots were doing, and here's what I'll give Mike Vrabel a lot of credit, is I'm earning much more respect for him throughout this process with the Patriots, especially as I hear players talk about what he's meant to them, as well as guys who have been covering this team. But he played it so smart, played it so safe, and he did so in a game against Sean Payton where Sean Payton has made his name, and he's literally like he earned all of the marbles that he owns today off of taking big risks and big swings. And he tried to do that with a backup quarterback, and it failed him. Whereas Vrabel had the guy who's in the MVP race. He has a team that plays in the snow, or at least should be familiar enough with it if you're in Foxborough, and he took absolutely no risk in that second half, ran the ball up the middle. It was a halfback dive every play. He didn't even call the play that Drake May sealed the game on. Drake May improvised and did that, apparently, at least according to him, and faked the handoff and scrambled for the first down. So I'll give Mike Vrabel a lot of credit, coaching his ass off.
Yeah, I would give equal amount of credit to the guy that was on the other sideline that came on the other side of things. Sean Payton has made his hay on good quarterback play with Drew Brees in New Orleans. And then things didn't go well with Russell Wilson. We saw how that happened when Hackett went out, Peyton went in, and then Wilson went out. The fact that the Broncos held close to the Patriots gave us a good football game, and that's to the credit of Sean Payton, somehow, some way, being in a one-possession ball game with Jarrett Stidham at quarterback. So, like, Patriots were 1 seed for a reason, or a 2 seed for a reason.
Yeah.
Like, they belonged in that spot. They didn't get to prove it in the postseason.
They didn't, and they'll get a chance. They're going to get their chance on Sunday. What I will say is, whichever team wins this Super Bowl Sunday, there will be no excuses, no dismissing of what they've done. Like that is a full, complete, ready to rock Seahawks team, and that is a team in the New England Patriots that are full of confidence and have a really good defense. So Sam Darnold is still going to have to make some plays outside of what you would want to, or expect to see Sam Darnold make. So either team, if they win on Sunday, they're going to earn it. I just am of the belief that the Seattle Seahawks are going to do it pretty comfortably.
Yeah.
They are.
I kind of liken this to, we saw Eagles-Chiefs the first time around in 2022. The Eagles' path to the Super Bowl was very, very easy. It was super sweet. You had the Giants. You're confident. You saw them twice and he beat them both times. They beat him the third time in the playoffs. And then with Brock Purdy getting hurt in the first quarter, on the first drive, if I recall correctly, the 49ers getting hurt, they went down to their seventh quarterback, essentially, for the 49ers. The Eagles cakewalked their way into the Super Bowl appearance, and then they lost that game against the Chiefs, but they kind of proved they belong to be on the field with them.
Yeah.
I think if we see the same exact thing play out, but you flip the conferences, you saw a cakewalk for the Patriots, who had to win one extra game in order to play in the Super Bowl than the Eagles did in 2022. If the Patriots lose a 3-point game to the Seahawks, I think even without a win, it does validate their season. Am I crazy? Or do they have to win?
Yes, because their season's already valid. You make the Super Bowl, you're validated. I'm not going to shortchange them because you still have to line up and win these football games. Lesser teams would have lost these games. The Patriots are good enough to win them. I will say a 3-point loss or a loss in general for the Patriots, I'm not sure what it does for them and their legacies or their confidence meter or whatever. Like, I think the issue is, name that game in which the Patriots impressed you.
When they beat the Bills in Buffalo.
Right. And I agree. So if that's all we have to work with, it's that game and then they lose the Super Bowl, I still think it's a great season. They did really well. Like, they did what they had to do. They earned the 2 seed, yada, yada, yada. But, I'd be remiss if I didn't state the obvious, which is that 2 teams in your division were not respectable football teams, and you got to play them 4 times. You played a last-place schedule. You did beat the Bills that one time. I will say the Bills ended up firing their head coach because they underperformed and were underwhelming in the end of the day. But you did end up beating the Bills. And now you have a chance to win a Super Bowl. The Patriots season's already a success. The Seattle Seahawks need to punch need to finish the job here this weekend. To me, the Patriots season's already a success.
Okay.
It is.
In terms of actually, yeah, in their walls, but in our walls, where we're going to be determining how powerful teams that have been in the Super Bowl in the past 10 years, I think you would have to consider a Patriots 2-touchdown loss to the Seahawks.
Yeah, that's about what I expect, though.
Probably the weakest team that we've seen in the Super Bowl.
Since the Manning Broncos that got sledgehammered by the Seahawks, maybe?
I'll have to go look at their path.
How about since last year's Chiefs?
I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good point. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Talk about a team that crawled and inched and scratched its way to the Super Bowl.
Who did the Chiefs beat
they
before
did beat
the AFC?
The Bills. Oh, okay. They beat the Texans, who were crying about the calls afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Forgettable game.
Yeah. Texas,
but you still beat the Bills.
They beat the Bills.
Close game. Couple of quarterback sneaks here, though, go the different way, and you had the Bills in that game instead. Yeah.
Shut the hell up.
Let's relegate the AFC Championship game last year. I love doing that.
That's how great this year's game is. Evan Cohen's going to join us, man. We have some breaking news out of the NBA to get to, and Evan Cohen's the guy to talk to because he is the trade machine meister. He's going to join us on the Baptist Health Hotline, actually. 888-760-3776 is the number to join the Baptist Health Hotline, and that's what Evan's joining us on. You know what it is. Welcome to being treated like a pro. Welcome to pro-level orthopedic care at Baptist Health. Get them joints right, man. All right, get your body right. You've been working out. I know you've been working. I see you. I know what you talked about at the back end of 2025. You were like, hey, man, I got some plans for 26. I got some resolutions. I'm going to get right. New year, new me. And you've been working out. You've been going at it. But what you're realizing is, these things don't work the way they used to. I'm a little bit sore. I'm a little bit tired. I'm a little fatigued. My body, my muscle, my joints ain't really feeling the right way. Hey, look, it's commonplace. From sports injuries to everyday aches, our expert team at Baptist Health Orthopedic Care delivers the same advanced care that's trusted by the pros. So get back to the life and the activities you love and learn more at baptisthealth.net/ortho. baptisthealth.net/ortho. With Baptist Health Orthopedic Care, I want to welcome you to being treated like a pro. So, yes.
So you got in all of your Patriots slander before we had the Patriot Way connoisseur himself, Evan Cohen, join us.
What was that?
I mean,
Evan Cohen joining us on the Baptist Health Hotline. Super Bowl champion Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike joining us. And before we can talk to the man himself, we got to hear the open.
Because 4 hours a day just isn't enough. The Don of ESPN West Palm checks in from the mothership to complain about AAU basketball culture, drink a large hot coffee, mostly creamer, and fawn over Tom Brady. From the Evan Cohen Memorial Studios, it's more Evan Cohen on ESPN 106.3.
And he's suited and booted at Radio Row in Santa Clara, California. Evan, welcome to the show, man.
Theo, what up? Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you great, man.
There's other people around you'd rather on than me right now. Like
All
Clinton
right.
is over there. Say hi to Theo.
What up, though?
You know Theo.
Clinton
I'm gonna
Yates
give
in the
you,
house?
This counts as like,
I'm writing something.
no, this is gonna count as a guest.
Okay,
There's
this
Clinton.
works.
That's a good guest for you. Small. Say hi to Theo.
Hi.
Smalls.
All right, that's 3
What up,
guests.
though?
Put that on the rundown.
Oh, my gosh. That is going to be great.
Oh,
Make
and
sure
Rob.
that when we clip this for the podcast. You said Rob, too?
Rob Lorenzo's back
Rob
there.
Lorenzo.
Yeah.
The muscle man himself. Hey, I was just talking about people work. So, oh, my goodness. This is the party. C-Katt, this is great radio, isn't it?
I was going to say, we're breaking so many fundamentals. It's making my heart break.
At ESPN South Florida on YouTube to see what just happened there as we got a roundtable of what it looks like behind the scenes on Radio Row for ESPN Radio, man. You're enjoying yourself, I can tell.
Yeah, we're having fun. I can't believe Anthony Davis is a member of the Wizards. What?
What are we?
What?
I think we've gone too far, Evan. I think we've gone too far. Like Anthony
What does that
Davis
mean?
and Trae Younger are Washington Wizards right now. This feels like another world I'm living in the NBA.
Yeah, C-Katt is telling me to change my camera. I don't know what the heck to do, C-Katt.
Do you have
This
your
is
phone
ridiculous.
lock screen on? Is your screen locked on
No,
your phone?
this is not good.
So
I
here's
don't
what
know.
we're gonna.
This is better than the alt. Yeah, we'll rock with this.
Okay. All right. So I don't understand, Theo. We all thought that Anthony Davis could get traded to the Wizards. You're seeing something. What these teams are doing, Brian Windhorst and Bobby Marks of ESPN have said it. It's like pre-agency where they're like, all right, we can't get some of these guys in free agency, so let's get them now. Basically, shut them down and rebuild later around these guys. Like we saw. Utah did it with Jaren Jackson Jr. The Wizards have done it with Trae Young and Anthony Davis. It's wild what's going on right now in the NBA, and I love every minute of all the drama around it, obviously.
The drama and the transactions are always fun in the NBA. That's what you love it for. It just feels very unserious seeing a 13-win Washington Wizards team go out and trade for a 33-year-old veteran big man in Anthony Davis. And it's like, what am I to make of this?
Well, they're not doing it for now. They're doing it basically saying, hey, if we have this rebuilt team for next year, so you have teams punting on this year, which is why, for us as Heat fans, take advantage of it because next year is going to be even harder. And so take advantage of this year. I'm not saying they're going to necessarily do that, but that's kind of where we're at right now. Last night was ugly. I sat, of course, I'm at the Super Bowl in San Francisco. So what did I do? I sat in my hotel room and watched Heat Hawks. Anyway.
Such a fun guy you are out there. But as you watch that, though, how much more confidence do you have after the deals that have been happening already in the NBA and knowing what we know about the trade market for Giannis Antetokounmpo and how the Bucks feel like it's not as heightened as they want it to be? Is there any growing confidence in you that the Miami Heat can actually land the big kahuna?
Well, I don't want to say that I don't have confidence in the Heat as much as I would say that I still don't believe Giannis is going to get traded. And I've said that to you all along. Like, I've never actually believed that by Thursday, by tomorrow. Now, I could be wrong. In the course of this conversation right now, it could happen. But my belief all along is that the Bucks were not going to get the offer that was going to make them trade him, and that the move that they should make is to go out there and keep him and try to either trade him in the offseason if you have to, or restock in the offseason to try to keep him long term.
That's probably what ends up happening, just because every single time I assume a star's getting traded to the Heat, either it gets prolonged or it doesn't happen. So I'm going to go ahead and rest on my priors there. For journalistic integrity purposes and for people that are just tapping into theoretically speaking and like, what are y'all talking about with these NBA trades? Just came down the wire right before we got on the air here from Shams Charania of ESPN. The Dallas Mavericks are trading 10-time NBA All-Star Anthony Davis, Jaden Hardy, D'Angelo Russell, and Dante Exum to the Washington Wizards for a bunch of players, 2 first-round picks and 3 second-round picks. It is a 10-player trade, I believe, in total here that's going down between these two teams, the Mavericks and the Wizards, and it ends with Anthony Davis heading out to Washington to a team that has no expectations of even coming close to making the playoffs this year. But like Evan said, They are more so punting to next season and rolling into it with both Trae Young, Anthony Davis, and a bunch of young prospects.
That's right. Yep. I think the way you said it is perfect.
And for another trade that actually just went down, this is, again, according to ESPN, went down at 2:07. The Philadelphia 76ers trading guard Jared McCain to the Oklahoma City Thunder for a 2026 Rockets first-round pick and 3 second-round picks. That, again, according to Shams Charania.
Theo, we got another guest.
That and I'm in the Western Conference, I'm absolutely pissed. Because how the hell do the Thunder get a guy like Jared McCain onto that team full of other Jared
Another
McCains?
guest, live on the air, Justin Craig, the head of ESPN Radio.
Jay Craig, what up?
Gentlemen,
Theo,
we need to chat a little bit about your content suggestions. If this is the guy, what are we doing?
What? I'm live on the air as a guest.
So you're shooting down our favorite guest of the week here in Evan Cohen, but I have a question. Are you at least shooting down his Patriots here at the Super Bowl as well? Because he seems too happy right now. I think he's going to be less happy Sunday.
It's going to be embarrassing. They got no shot.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, Jay Craig.
Who booked him? By the way, you know what? I'm gonna guarantee myself a turkey sandwich by walking over here during this interview. Am I allowed to grab these right now?
I don't know.
No. Sorry, that's for McAfee. I'm not allowed to have that. Okay, I got.
Wow.
That's okay. I got denied for a turkey sandwich. All right, I'm glad I've waited around for this.
Yeah, don't you dare.
Back to the soup kitchen for Evan.
Yeah.
You know, he gets the slop from the trough.
I like the fact that you went. What went into the reasoning for putting the suit on today? I like that idea.
I'm wearing a suit all 3 days, so I'm not going to give free plugs, but I found this company that has unbelievably comfortable suits, and it feels like I'm wearing sweatpants, and like I'm seriously, Theo, like I'm insanely comfortable, and it looks like I'm dressed nicely, which I guess I am, but it's so comfortable, more so than like jeans or a sweater or something like that. So I'm rocking suits every day this week, and I'm very comfortable.
I actually like that. I like that play there. Secondly, I have to ask you, is it like in and around Radio Row? This is not your first Super Bowl. Has this felt elevated to you? Does it feel a little deflated because of the parties involved? Like, what's the feels around there?
Do you have to use the word deflated?
Oh, my bad. Is that a weird word in Foxborough these days?
An appropriate word to use with me around the Patriots?
Sorry about that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Not accusing you.
No, despite what the guy in charge of ESPN Radio just said about me, I think the coolest part, having been at Radio Row for 100 years, is just the amazing team of people and the operation we have here and how big it feels. I mean, I'm like literally right now in a green room. Clinton is writing a piece that whatever he's writing is so smart that I won't be able to read it. He's so smart. I won't be able to understand it. No, he's brilliant.
No, I
right?
agree with you.
He's insanely brilliant. And he's sitting right there and like watching a master at work, being denied a turkey sandwich because I'm not McAfee. Like they can't spare one turkey. That Clinton likes. Clinton doesn't want to be distracted. He's a real writer and a real journalist. The fact that I'm not allowed to have a turkey sandwich is beyond. I've been here since 2:00 in the morning, 9 hours straight. I can't get a turkey sandwich.
Is it literally because it's for somebody else, or is it just not turkey sandwich time?
No. In all seriousness, the McAfee's team ordered it. It's not actually for me.
It's not. Yeah. I was about to say because it is early over there though. You're in Cali. It's like 11 a.m. or something like that.
Yeah, we're going back to Cali. Let me spell it for you one more time. It's the N. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, please. Yeah, you can't. Let's not spell. But no.
Sorry, I could spell.
Evan, right? Evan, I'm curious for you though. You're loving it. All of this. It has a lot to do with it because the Patriots are back in this.
Yeah, but it's weird, Theo, because I didn't expect this. So I can't be like, oh, I told you so or anything. Like, that's not how I felt at all with this. I thought the entire time this was going to be an improved team, but not this. I didn't expect Super Bowl. You know, if you're somebody like C-Katt, who's a Ravens fan, and your team is not in it, you're like, that has to hurt. And that makes me happy that he would hurt like that. If you're somebody like you, a Chiefs fan, you don't worry about that because your guy's injured, so whatever. It's a gap year. You don't worry about that. If you're a Buffalo Bills fan, you know, these are the kind of things that you look at and you're like, God, this should have been our year. And New England capitalized on all of these teams either making mistakes or being down. And I think the number one thing that people underrate about New England is how smart they are. This is a really smart football team. Mike Vrabel's a really smart coach. He's got all these coaches on this staff. You know, he's got 4 former head coaches on his staff. Josh McDaniels, obviously 2 times, three times, but 2 times really, over with Denver and the Raiders. Thomas Brown, who was the coach of the Bears, head coach of the Bears on an interim basis for a minute. Doug Marrone, who coached the Bills and the Jaguars. and Ben McAdoo, who coached the Giants. They have 4 former head coaches on the staff. They have guys that are really smart, and that's the thing with them. They have situational football down to a T. And that's where when everybody's like, I think on ESPN.com, I don't know if Clinton was one of these people that voted on this, but 58 writers on ESPN.com picked the Super Bowl. 48 of them picked the Seahawks.
Yeah.
And two of the media members, I should say, that picked the Patriots, one was Teddy Bruschi and one was Jason McCourty. Maybe some motivation, right? But from their ties. But I just think that if New England could have a chance, because of the fact that they're just really smart and they do smart things in big situations and they're not overwhelmed by the moment. Like, it wouldn't surprise me, Theo, if next week we were talking about the Super Bowl and something that Vrabel did from a coaching perspective that we're like, wow, that was impressive. Win or lose.
Yeah, and these are also, I think, as we just watched 10 head coaches get, the cycle this year, 10 new head coaches in the NFL coming in this year. I wonder how much teams are looking at these 2 recently, hired coaches, Mike McDonald from a couple of years ago, and then you have Mike Vrabel from this past offseason, and how are, copycat league. How are they trying to shape their staffs around the way in which these 2 teams did? And also, I wonder if there's anything to steal from the team building aspect from both of these teams.
Yeah.
Both of them are a little bit unique when you think about Super Bowl, competitors versus what we've seen in the past, right?
Yeah, I think that the thing you should steal from New England is that if you have a young quarterback, finding an offensive coordinator that can't be hired as a head coach anywhere. In other words, like the Jets today. No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Like the Jets today, Aaron Glenn made a really smart hire. Frank Reich is not going to be hired as a head coach by anyone. He's already had a chance. So if the Jets go out there and get a new quarterback and the guy is good because of his working relationship with Frank Reich is not going to be picked away from someone else. Josh McDaniels is not going to be picked away from someone else. Unfortunately, Eric Bieniemy does not feel like he's going to be a head coach, and that is extremely unfortunate. But him working with Mahomes is obviously a huge win. Like, getting the guy that can work with your quarterback for a long period of time is something that you should look at and say, how do we ensure that? And the only way to do it is finding a coach that can't be a head coach. Now, Bieniemy is not fair as to why in some ways, but like obviously that's a little different than the other 2 I mentioned.
Right, and that's why, as a Chiefs fan, I applauded the bringing back of Bieniemy. I was confused at the fact that Matt Nagy once again was one of the hotter coaching candidates on the market, and I'm glad that he did find his way into an offensive coordinator job, but with the New York Giants. But I think that even greater than finding that is, for the Chiefs, the key to their success in that dynasty is not just the fact that you have Patrick Mahomes, but your offensive coordinator, so to speak, your play caller, your schemer is Andy Reid, who's the head coach. And their defensive coordinator, Steve Spagnuolo, is a guy that never got poached away because he had a head coaching job before and nobody wanted to reinvest in him. So, like, you got to kind of have that happy balance, it feels like, on one side or the other, because the Seahawks and Mike McDonald is going to have a rotating cast of offensive coordinators if he can't lock one down, as we now see Clint Kubiak moving on.
Right. And that's what's going to happen. Now, Darnold's a little different because he's like, he's been around the block a little bit, which is different than May or Caleb or one of the younger quarterbacks.
Yeah. Back to our NBA conversations, because we're going to be talking NFL and Super Bowl all day long here. And I know you're talking from Radio Row, so you got the Super Bowl vibes going. But is there any other players outside of Giannis? Is there any other players that you feel like either should be moved or could be moved before the NBA trade deadline? Because I only have an alert set out for Giannis. I don't want to hear anything else about any other washed veterans or James Hardens of the world going from innocuous team to the other. I want to hear about a Giannis move.
I'm interested if Draymond gets traded. That would be major news. Ja still interests me from what his value is, what team actually makes a trade for him, right? Is it going to be a team where you're going to be like, wow, that's a smart move, buying low, that team is smart? Or, oh, he's on the Kings? All right, cool. Talk to you, never, right? Like, what is it going to be? So that interests me. And is there going to be any kind of curveball more than we've already seen? Anthony Davis to the Wizards, Jaren Jackson Jr. to the Jazz. Those are curveballs in terms of destination. They're not curveballs relative to the person that was traded. I'm interested, are we going to have a person that was traded or gets traded that is a curveball?
Yeah. Because I do think that James Harden, it got forecasted and then he got moved, but that was out of nowhere. And I'm still not sure what to make of the Cleveland Cavaliers sending off a young guard and Darius Garland for a 10-year older vet who also does not have a proven record of playoff success and might have 1 or 2 more years left of good basketball in him. Like,
that was my reaction. Canty had an amazing point on that this morning. His whole thing was, if James Harden can help unlock Evan Mobley, then it's worth it, but not because James Harden's going to show up big in a big spot. Because we saw, listen, if you have a shooting guard that wants to score, the best thing to put next to that person is a 3-and-D defensive-minded player, right? Now, Dwayne Wade was a very good defensive player, but all-time leader in blocks for a shooting guard. But Mario Chalmers, we laugh at because he's Mario Chalmers and he makes us laugh at him. He was willing to guard and he was willing to take a big shot on defense. He didn't need the ball 24/7. That's the thing with Donovan Mitchell, who I love, and James Harden. Like, they both kind of want the ball and should have the ball. And who's guarding amongst?
They're gonna be a turnstile. And they're gonna really, if Evan Mobley might be unlocked on the offensive end, he is certainly gonna get tested on defense because he is gonna everything's gonna be funneled right to him.
No doubt. Yeah.
So I'm intrigued to see how that thing goes, and I'm intrigued to see what the surprise will be ahead of the NBA trade deadline. But things are heating up around the NBA. Things are certainly, clearly, a racket over there at Radio Row for the Super Bowl. And have you made an official Super Bowl pick yet? Are you allowed to make a pick in a game like this where one of your favorite teams in it?
I'm just hoping to get better in all 3 phases.
Oh my gosh, that is. You know what? I'm going to get you out of the Patriot way right quick. You mentioned Teddy Bruschi earlier. Yesterday, C-Katt had the idea of pulling Teddy Bruschi out of the Patriots Hall of Fame. The Patriots Hall of Fame.
Evan, there's 35 Patriots Hall of Famers. I think that we could make this a little bit more exclusive. Am I crazy? I know it's a lot of Super Bowls and a lot of guys to recognize for those wins, but 35 is a big number.
Yeah, that's one of the dumbest things you've ever said. Thanks. Matt Sims is behind me. I haven't actually met him in person yet, but you want to go on with Theo and West Palm?
Hey, C-Katt was joking about that, but in the middle of that joke, what we learned, C-Katt learned.
What up, Theo?
What's up, guys? How are you?
Another guy.
Good, man. This is the biggest Evan experience we've had. And C-Katt mentioning that jokingly, clearly, he learned of my favorite nickname when I'm drinking beers.
What's that?
Teddy Bruschi. I go by Teddy Bruschi when I'm kicked back sipping on the brewskis. So that was it was one of those things that came out of thin air. And then 2 straight days you're there and speaking, Brewski's getting a name drop. This is just random.
That's a good one.
Yeah. What do you call yourself when you kick back drinking a beer?
When I eat a lot, it's a Will Fork.
Wait, I didn't hear the
It was a terrible joke. I didn't want to say it again. It was so stupid. I want to say it again.
All right, well, Evan, your audio is messing up at this point. That means you must need to get back to the Radio Row responsibilities. Enjoy the Super Bowl, and thanks for all of the guests.
Thank you, Theo.
That is our guy, Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike. He is like a kid in a candy shop there at Super Bowl's Radio Row ahead of Super Bowl 60. And you have a bone to pick with him.
No, I don't have a bone to pick with him. It's just everyone's been that guy who didn't want to shell out the money for the concert ticket or couldn't make it in town for the concert, and their buddy who did FaceTimes you from it. And you try to give them the energy and yeah, that's right. That's a good song. Woo! Yeah. And they're having a great time while they're holding their phone up trying to show you the concert and welcome you into that moment. But the energy quite can't be reciprocated from our studio spot.
It's not the same.
You know what? I'm sure that was
too?
awesome for Evan and everyone that Evan brought onto our show visually. But that was cool.
You know what I realized too in all of that is I was doing the thing that you do on the other side of that. It happens at parties too, not just concerts, but random parties when people FaceTime you in. I'm doing the thing where I'm yelling as well with him. I'm matching his energy as if I'm talking over people. I'm like, yeah, man, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, wait a second, I'm actually in a studio. I could just talk normal. I could just talk normal. So yeah, that was
doesn't know what the portrait orientation lock is on his phone.
He doesn't understand that.
And it sucks because he's using his phone, so I was trying to give directions on how to fix it.
You tried to text it to him, huh?
I did it beforehand, but I was glad he gave us his time. It was either the phone or that, and I'm okay with that.
That was the phone.
I meant like a phone call.
Oh, like a phone call. Yeah, that was better than a phone call.
Yeah.
But because imagine him giving us those guests, but just audibly, like
that. Oh, that would have been nauseating.
Yeah.
Like, that's how you lived in 2013.
Yeah.
You just put the phone to different guys' ears. Come on now.
Evan. Yeah. You know what though, C-Katt? You made a good point, and I meant to bring this up with Evan. I meant to bring this up with him. We should be there.
Yeah.
We should be there.
Yeah, sure. We should.
I should have brought that up with Justin Craig, head of ESPN Radio National.
Yeah, that's true. He could snap his fingers and we would be there right now.
Why did I not? I didn't think to do it.
Well, because you're a gracious individual.
Yeah. I'm like, if there's two guys that can help make sure that we're there that aren't in this office and in our arm's length, it's Justin Craig and Evan Cohen.
It's motivation.
What do you mean it's motivation? I'm motivated to call them back and demand that they bring us out there. What do you think? I'm motivated to work harder this year?
Next year, ESPN has the Super Bowl. It's in LA. I think we'll be there.
You think?
I think that with our hard work, determination, and overall wanting it, we will be there.
We're gonna be there. It's not. We're just gonna go. We don't have to do all of that to go. We could have went this year.
Okay.
Pack your bags, man.
That's true. You just went to the, Fiesta Bowl?
Yeah, Fiesta Bowl, National Championship. We've been at all the big stuff. We just didn't go this year. We just didn't put plans on going. Now, when we do inevitably make plans on going to the Super Bowl next year, does that mean the Miami Dolphins are going to go? Is that what that...
Oh, you think that we would only go to next year's Super Bowl?
I'm saying, like, we decided to cover this year's National Championship. Now, it helped that it was in our own backyard. Ahead of the Miami Hurricanes.
I got you.
And that was the first national championship, theoretically speaking, is broadcast live from. This is going to be the first Super Bowl next year that we broadcast live from. Do we have the Miami mojo? Do we have the good vibes that we're going to bring there? And then the Dolphins are going to be so inspired under Jeff Hafley that they're going to pull the Patriots.
I was going to say, first-year head coach brought that team. Only won 4 games last year, did New England, and they're in the Super Bowl this year.
Yes.
I guess you could argue that the Dolphins are starting from higher up and closer to the Super Bowl than the Patriots were last year.
Inevitably, they are.
In win number, yes. Same division. It can happen.
Same division. And they'll have a last place schedule. Or second to last. Who finished last in that division? Not the Jets.
Oh, it had to be the Jets.
Yeah. They're the second pick.
PGA Tour is coming back to Palm Beach County, baby.
The Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches, baby. Woo! The Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. It don't get no better than that. PGA National Resort and Spa, Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, February 25th through March 1st. If you don't have plans already for that weekend, might I interest you in these? C-Katt and I are going to be at the Bear Trap. We're going to be trapping it in the Bear Trap, kicking it. We're going to have, this is the perfect thing about it. If you get tickets to the Bear Trap, by the way, thecognizantclassic.com, you get beer, you get wine, you get soft drinks included in your ticket. And the Bear Trap is where the party is. Holes 15 through 17. Hole 17 is the one, right? You're overlooking one of the most iconic holes in all of the PGA Tour, right there on the Champions Course at PGA National. The vibes rock out. We'll have our show there every day, at least Thursday and Friday. We might do the weekend as well, TBD. But, of course, Todd Fleming's going to be there, the guy that we have on every Friday for Who Missed the Cut. We're going to have the top pros there. Brooks Koepka going to be in the house.
So we now can actually say this without getting in trouble. Brooks, Shane Lowry, Sahith Theegala, and Adam Scott all confirmed in that Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches field, and that's just so far.
That's just so far.
The deadline has not passed. You might see a couple of big hitters enter that field because these guys are trying to get points to qualify for signature events like the Players' Championship. Yeah, their loss is our gain if they absolutely positively need every point they can get to get into those signature events, or as they like to call them, Siggies.
Siggies.
Do you like that nickname for signature events?
Nah, it sounds like a cigarette, so no.
Well, that's Sig.
Yeah, no,
they probably don't call them Sigs because that name's already co-opted by cigarettes.
But Siggies is just like, feels like it's a Sig, but you're trying to be cool about it. Like, hey, pass me a Siggy.
Maybe. When you're trying to be cool when you say cigarette, you say Sig or Dart.
A dart?
Yeah.
I guess. TheCognizantClassic.com. TheCognizantClassic.com. Get your tickets today and join us. It'll be a lot of fun. A dart?
Yeah, you've
I've never heard dart. I guess none of my friends smoke cigarettes enough. I got a homie that smoked Black and Milds, but he smokes Black and Mild. Like, pass me Black and Mild. Black.
Okay.
Don't they call them Lucy's? If it's one,
I thought there already is like a nicotine company that is named after that. So, I see what you're saying.
Lucy, like
not,
Lucy,
not the female
girl.
name Lucy.
Yeah, but Lucy, it's loose. It's like a loose one, like it's a loose.
Yeah, I guess like if someone has a pack of them and you're like, hey, can I get a Lucy? Can I get a loose cigarette that you might not be using at that moment?
There is a nickname for them that also you cannot say, and I hope they stop saying that globally.
I was going to say not in this
we don't
country.
say it out here. Yeah, we're better than that.
Another cigarette nickname.
Nickname for cigarettes. Let's not do that.
Okay.
I don't want somebody to like comment in the stream or something, or let's leave it there. We're gonna have Tina's pulling up today. We have Tina.
Your guess is as good as
never
mine.
know, right?
That's all the incentive to tune in.
You never know.
You won't know if Tina's going to be on this show unless you tune in.
Plus, a moment in history, this day in Super Bowl history, we address on the other side that is pretty monumental, if I do say so myself. That's C-Katt. I'm Theo Dorsey. It is a Wednesday on Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
The 2 p.m. hour is presented by the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. Teeing off February 25th at PGA National. Get your tickets today at thecognizantclassic.com.
At St. Lucie Battery and Tire, batteries came before tires. We've been selling and servicing all types of batteries for over 50 years. So when you need a battery for nearly anything, we have it, as well as the fast, professional installation you need. We carry premium batteries for all your needs: automotive, commercial, marine, RV, and specialty. We also offer delivery and on-site installation, serving our customers quality products for over 50 years in the home of honest, reliable service. Go to slbt.com and book your next appointment.
Love is in the air this Valentine's Day, and this gift lasts longer than roses. A free water test from Culligan. Culligan's advanced filtration and softening systems reduce harsh chemicals, giving you cleaner, safer, better tasting water. Come on now. Give your home some love. Schedule your free water test at Culligan.com. Serving all of South Florida. Culligan Water. Water you love.
Hey, Culligan man.
Today's tax tip is brought to you by Anshin Accountants and Advisors with Brent Lessie, partner and tax leader of Anshin's Consumer Products Group.
Did you know the One Big Beautiful Bill Act has created unprecedented opportunities for founders? The $10 million exclusion has increased to $15 million, and the 5-year holding period is no longer an all-or-nothing hurdle. Founders now have the flexibility to raise capital and align their tax-free treatment over 3, 4, or 5 years. These changes include the higher asset ceiling and allow founders and investors to scale aggressively while capitalizing on this tax advantage. Anshin, a partner-owned firm since 1923, prioritizes understanding founders' unique circumstances to achieve their goals. If you're a founder that doesn't want to leave money on the table, let Anshin deliver value where others can't.
For more tax tips from Anshin, visit Anshin.com. That's ANCHIN.com. Anshin Accountants and Advisors, helping you recalculate what's possible.
This Valentine's Day, give the one you love a gift with endless possibilities. Give a gift card to the Breakers Palm Beach. Breakers gift cards let you treat the one who matters most to the things they love the most, like irresistible oceanfront getaways, lessons at the Breakers' new golf and racket club, pampering at the exquisite spa, and shopping at the resort's stylish collection of on- and off-site boutiques. Gift cards may also be used for dining at the Breakers' renowned restaurants and bars, including Echo, Henry's Palm Beach, HMF, and Flagler's Steakhouse. What's even better, for a limited time, when you purchase a $500 gift card online at thebreakers.com, you'll receive an additional $50 on that card, compliments of the Breakers. This Valentine's Day, give the one you love a gift card to the Breakers Palm Beach and remind them why they fell in love with you in the first place. Visit thebreakers.com today.
What would you do with an extra $700? You can earn up to $700 per year with Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Boost Checking pays 7.0 annual percentage yield on balances up to $10,000. That's up to $700 extra to do what you love. Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Requirements apply to earn the highest dividend rates. Limit one checking account per membership. Dividend rates and annual percentage yield subject to change. Business accounts do not qualify. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics.
West Palm Beach, get ready. Car buying just got a whole lot better at Greenway Kia West Palm Beach.
We're open at 7 a.m. Shop early, beat the crowds, and stay on your schedule.
Prefer a female sales professional? Just ask.
Our experienced women make sure you feel comfortable and confident every step of the way.
Every new Kia comes with full invoice pricing, the real numbers right up front.
No games, no surprises.
No time to come in? We bring the test drive to you. Greenway Kia West Palm Beach. Open early, priced right, built around you.
Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, and I'm here to talk about printing. Banyan Printing and Signs is ESPN West Palm's official print partner, and they are nothing short of amazing. Their quality is top-notch, their turnaround time is quick, and their team is helpful, which makes a huge difference. For over 10 years, ESPN West Palm has trusted Banyan Printing with our brand, so if you're looking for a printing partner, they are the best. You can find them online at banyanonline.com or give them a call at 561-586-6220.
Kaiser University's flagship campus, the 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach, extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees within the heart of South Florida. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 27 national championships, including their third championship in women's soccer. Visit KUCHawks.com for the latest on the championship athletic programs at Kaiser University.
The Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group, an affiliate of the Palm Beach Health Network, is committed to delivering high-quality care to the communities they serve. Their award-winning physicians and specialists provide a level of expertise that has resulted in regional firsts and outstanding patient outcomes. For a physician referral, call 866-654-2362. To learn more about the Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group, visit pbhnphysiciangroup.com, pbhnphysiciangroup.com, to get in touch with the Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group.
Yeah, I want to buy Super Bowl boxes. I keep forgetting how it works, C-Katt. I know that the numbers matter. You buy a box that it correlates with the last number of each team's score.
It's so irresponsible that we're allowing you to represent like Super Bowl conversations on these airwaves.
It's the stupidest way to bet on Super Bowl stuff.
That's the point. The Super Bowl is the one sporting event a year that whether you know about sports or not about sports, you watch. And if you want to get skin in the game and there's no skill involved, you play the Super Bowl boxes.
Super Bowl boxes.
I've been doing them since I was 6 years old at Aunt Julie's place.
Okay.
Yeah, I pulled a Rizzo on you. I'm going to start naming family members of mine to add gravity to the situation.
Is this an Italian thing? Italian people do this?
Exactly.
I thought there was more to the Aunt Julie story.
And there was Sunday sauce.
What the hell is Sunday sauce?
That's an Italian thing.
Okay, I care deeply about your childhood stories. I don't give a damn about Super Bowl boxes.
What the hell, man?
Super Bowl boxes to me are just like the game Uno. Like it's just a game of just pure luck, just doing stuff, just throwing stuff around willy-nilly.
Wow.
Yeah.
You are not preaching to any choir here. You're preaching to an empty room.
You don't know that.
People like Super Bowl boxes.
Yes, some people.
Most people like Super Bowl boxes.
Most people do not like Super Bowl. Oh, you know what? That'll be our poll. That's going to be our poll. We're going to put it here. We're going to put it in the window here at downtown
call in
West
and
Palm.
stick up for the Super Bowl boxes right now on the
Who
Baptist Health
likes
Hotline.
Super Bowl boxes?
Everyone.
Nobody likes them. This is your
one
favorite
time a
thing.
year.
It's your favorite thing, and you're holding on tight to it, and I appreciate how much you love Super Bowl boxes, and I will participate. I just have to be reminded how it works because I don't give a damn about it. But I did win last year. I'll never forget, as the Chiefs were getting bludgeoned and my TV was off, and it was my anniversary celebration, so I was no longer paying attention, getting a text from you that I won. And I knew it wasn't about the Super Bowl. So I said, I must have won those Super Bowl boxes.
Jeez.
So that was a fun time.
888-760-3776. Tell me your opinion on Super Bowl boxes.
They suck.
Or squares. Some people call them squares instead of boxes.
Can't even come up with one name.
I mean, a square and a box are pretty synonymous.
Not really. Squares are not. Squares are two-dimensional. Boxes are three.
You can draw a box, though. It can be two-dimensional.
No, you can't draw a box. A box is three-dimensional. It's like a sphere and a circle. You know?
Agree to disagree.
I guess I'm talking about a cube, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? If a Super Bowl squares or boxes or cubes, if a Super Bowl ended 29-17, what box would win that?
It depends on which teams on which axis. That would be the most amount of money won. Whoever had winning team, I will say Seahawks. If they had Seahawks 9 and they had Patriots 7, they win.
Okay. So on February 4th, 2007, there was actually a Super Bowl, Super Bowl 41, that did end 29-17. The Indianapolis Colts and the Chicago Bears. And the reason I am discussing this, because this is your Black History Month tidbit with Teddy. You darn Skippy. I just slid it right in there. You were like, wait a second. I thought we were just talking about Super Bowl boxes. No, we're not. Talking about Black History Month. That's how sometimes you got to slide a little info in there when people are having a good time. Little details, little factoids. What? So what do you want to say? You want to say something smart right now?
When you're having a good time, you can cut it out from under them. Like, is that what you're trying to say? Like,
no, you just sneak in some veggies. Sneak in some veggies with the.
There you go. We'll educate.
Just a little education point. So, February 4th, 2007, this day in 2007, Super Bowl 41, the Colts beat the Bears 29-17. In that game, Tony Dungy made Black history. He was the first African-American coach to win a Super Bowl, and he did so with those Colts. We'll always remember this game, specifically if you're from Palm Beach County, for Devin Hester opening the game with a touchdown return. Hall of Famer Devin Hester. So
that's the first Super Bowl I remember.
Really?
Yeah, in my young brain, that's where my memory capacity can reach. It's that Super Bowl.
Happy Black History Month back to you. And that's what that game always surmised to be. Now, I say this ashamedly as a kid, my rooting interest was in favor of the Bears, so I was actually against Tony Dungy making history. But then again, Lovie Smith was on the other side, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway, right? History was going to get made before that game got kicked off. But this is not the story I wanted to tell about Tony Dungy. Yes, he made history in the NFL. Yes, he is an answer to that trivia question, but he's an answer to a more unique trivia question that very few people are aware of. Tony Dungy, and I'll take the music down for this one so you can hear it clearly. Tony Dungy holds a statistic that I do believe will never end up getting broken. And he did it in 1977. And if you don't know about Tony Dungy's history, in college, he was a quarterback. But if you know something about black quarterbacks in the 60s, 70s, 80s, even up to the 90s, and hell, Lamar Jackson dealt with it, oftentimes they would force them to change their position to play in the NFL. Sometimes right, sometimes wrong. Well, Tony Dungy was a quarterback in college. He became a defensive back in the NFL. And in playing D-back for the Pittsburgh Steelers in a game in 1977, he did something that was unprecedented, or at the very least, it probably will never happen again. Take a listen from Omaha Productions, Peyton Manning talking with Tony Dungy.
You know, I played 15 minutes both ways my rookie year. Elvin Bethea, who's in this Hall of Fame, knocked out Terry Bradshaw and Mike Kruzik in the same game. I'm sitting there thinking, what is Coach Noel going to do? We don't have a quarterback left. And I get this tap on my shoulder. Hey, to the quarterback now.
Thus into Pittsburgh's quarterback vacuum stepped a man with the unlikely name of Tony Dungy, an ex-Big Ten quarterback who now plays safety. Dungy was entrusted with the job of moving the Steeler offense. The only hitch, Dungy had never taken a snap as a professional quarterback.
Only guy to have an interception and I think throw an interception.
Last guy to do it. Last guy to do it. You know, when they played both ways, a lot of guys did it, but since the merger, no one did it.
Tony Dungy intercepted a ball as a safety for the Steelers in that game, and then went on to throw 2 interceptions as a quarterback in relief of Terry Bradshaw in the same game. So he accounted for 3 interceptions as a defensive back. 2 of them were actually giveaways, and he is the last player in NFL history to throw an interception and catch an interception in the same game.
I think we'll see that happen again.
How?
With only one person.
It's not going to happen.
I think Travis Hunter, it's possible. Yeah, gadget play. Liam Cohen is a mad scientist. He's going to attempt to pass.
I don't think he will, though. Here's the reason why. Only reason why I say I don't think he will is because Travis is like, I thought Malachi Toney, but it's like he's never going to play DB unless it's like a Hail Mary thing, but he's 5'10", so not really. I just don't see Travis Hunter being used in a gadget way to throw the football. Like Liam Cohen, as creative as he's been, he's never really had receivers throwing the ball. You know, it just hasn't been in his bag.
Okay.
And I don't see it for Travis Hunter either because he hasn't really shown a propensity for that.
Maybe Daniel Jones. He was playing scout team safety for the Giants before his time with the G-Men was up. You know, he's taking reps, backpedaling a little bit.
Real talk, though, who is most likely in the NFL today? I guess it would have to be Travis Hunter. I'm trying to think. Who's most likely to intercept a pass and throw a touchdown in the same game? You know who has a chance? This is going to be a deep cut. Juwan Jennings.
All right, yeah.
Because we could throw a touchdown. And just, again, in a Hail Mary prevent defense, oftentimes you put a bigger body receiver out there, and Juwan Jennings probably fits the bill. I haven't watched the All-22 on how the 49ers defend Hail Marys at the end of the game. But
see, I just like the guaranteed to get snaps on defense and offense that you get with Travis Hunter.
Yeah,
that you need to rely on Hail Mary prevent defense and a gadget play for the Juwan Jennings scenario to play out.
That would be so specific. All right, so a person who has the best odds to do so is clearly Travis Hunter then.
Yeah, and like you said, I don't remember Travis Hunter ever throwing the football at Colorado.
No, he didn't. I'm not going to act like I watched all of the games. Hey, Shador Sanders stands. Can y'all let us know, 888-760-3776, and all of your viewing of Colorado football, did he ever throw a football? I don't think that's really his thing. But you know what? Liam Cohen designs a lot of screens for him, and a nice counter for a wide receiver screen could be a double pass. So, but he still has to play DB in that game and get an interception. So,
yeah,
Tony Dungy's record's pretty safe.
Yeah.
Does he want that record to be safe?
Good. I think it's cool enough to bring up at those parties.
Yeah, because also what we're inferring here is the one throw that Travis Hunter makes in the same game that he also receives an interception in is a interception.
However, if he completes the first one, it greaters the chance of him completing more.
He's not going to throw another one in the same game. He's not throwing. That's the issue.
What does it be the same game? I'm just saying you're going to greater the amount of pass attempts Travis Hunter does.
So it might happen in a future game is what you're saying.
Exactly.
I just think it's such a unique stat. And again, we came into this talking about Tony Dungy because it's Black History Month. It's day 3 on the show of it, and we're giving tidbits of Black history. Today is Tony Dungy's the first ever African-American head coach to win the Super Bowl. He also is the last player to ever throw an interception and catch an interception in the same game.
All right. I found some high school archives of Travis Hunter.
Okay.
He threw for 3 touchdowns during his time with the Collins Hill Eagles.
But you know what? Every great athlete 3 touchdowns is a lot.
Right, and that definitely means he wasn't the starting quarterback.
He clearly was.
He was probably the emergency quarterback, because are you really going deep into your bag as a high school to have like a receiver catch a backwards pass and throw it like that? I think not.
Probably. And I have seen him throw at Jaguars practice. The thing about Travis Hunter is he is that kind of athlete. He can throw the football. He just hasn't done it a lot. So you probably wouldn't want to trust it in a game. But if you think about it, a lot of times when you have best athlete on the field, you're finding as many creative ways as possible to get the ball in their hands. It's similar to what the Miami Hurricanes do with Malachi Toney. The reason why they use his arm in a lot of ways is so that the defense, when they put all that attention on him, it's going to be a wide open throw. Okay. So think about it. If you're in high school football and you're trying to scheme against Travis Hunter, if they throw a bubble to him or a wide receiver screen or anything on the outside, you are like, go tackle him because it's really hard to do that.
Crash, crash, crash.
Yeah. And so that opens up the double pass. So in the NFL, I don't think they're as worried about him as a runner like that. So,
I mean, they did quite all right without him this year.
I know. My Travis Hunter takes looking real shifty these days.
About how he was that generational talent that if you're going to trade for a positional player.
Yep. It still has a chance. It's been 1 year. He got injured. He had a really good game before he got injured. But I'm just saying, I said he could be the next non-quarterback to win the MVP. He's most likely to be the next non-quarterback to win the MVP, and it's because he can shine on both sides of the field. And now everybody whose opinion matters in a big way is starting to allude to the fact that they don't think he can play both ways at a high level. So
That's scary.
That's scary.
Maybe it takes the Jaguars to the next level offensively next year, and they win that game against the Bills if they had them this year.
I think so. With Travis Hunter, they're better.
And defensively, who was it? Brandon Cooks, who got free in the second level that set up that big game-sealing drive for the Bills.
He's clamping it. That's the thing. Travis is going to be a starting corner for them next year. The question is how many offensive snaps he plays. Their GM said it himself. They're going to need him at corner. They're light at corner, and they are thick at wide receiver. We're theoretically speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 106.3.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Many people start trimming trees when they hear a storm is on the way, but that leaves piles of branches on the ground that could become dangerous projectiles during a storm. Instead, having a year-round trimming plan is better for you, your neighbors, and the Solid Waste Authority of Palm Beach County. When trimming is done correctly and on schedule, your trees are stronger and more resistant to wind damage. After the storm passes, there's less vegetative debris, helping the SWA clean up your community faster. Learn more at swa.org/storm.
Want to accelerate your career as a manager or executive in the exciting industry of sports? Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program is ranked #1 in Florida and 10th in the world. Students learn practical and applied skills from top faculty and experts who work in the industry. With a 94% placement rate for all grads, the full-time MBA program sets students up for success in the world of sports. Check out Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program today by going to business.fau.edu.
At St. Lucie Battery and Tire, batteries came before tires. We've been selling and servicing all types of batteries for over 50 years. So when you need a battery for nearly anything, we have it, as well as the fast professional installation you need. We carry premium batteries for all your needs: automotive, commercial, marine, RV, and specialty. We also offer delivery and on-site installation, serving our customers quality products for over 50 years in the home of honest, reliable service. Go to slbt.com and book your next appointment.
What would you do with an extra $700? You can earn up to $700 per year with Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Boost Checking pays 7.0 annual percentage yield on balances up to $10,000. That's up to $700 extra to do what you love. Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Requirements apply to earn the highest dividend rates. Limit 1 checking account per membership. Dividend rates and annual percentage yield subject to change. Business accounts do not qualify. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics.
Save the date for the Community Wellness Fair, Saturday, February 7th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Heart and Soul Park in the historic Northwest. This free, family-friendly event features live entertainment, prizes, interactive sports with the Miami Dolphins, Junior Dolphins, an Olympian, and a former NBA player, plus roller skating with TJ Spot Roller Rink. Free health screenings include mammograms, HIV testing, and cancer checks. The first 500 guests may receive a free meal from Eat and Cake or Taqueria Guadalajara. RSVP now on Eventbrite. right.
Football's biggest game is here, so make sure the only heat is on the field. Keep your home in the win column with EDS Air Conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can get 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong in the postseason, not in your living room. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS has been the trusted MVP since 2006. Visit EDSIsYes.com today and schedule your service now. Stay cool for the biggest game of the year.
Today's tax tip is brought to you by Anshin Accountants and Advisors with Yair Holtzman, partner and leader of Anshin's Research and Development Tax Credits Group.
The One Big Beautiful Bill Act restored full expensing of domestic research and development expenditures, allowing businesses to deduct qualifying costs immediately or choose among different tax treatments. Beginning with tax years after December 31st, 2024, special elections for small businesses can be applied retroactively. At Anshin, a partner-owned firm since 1923, we help businesses develop a proactive tax plan, identify qualified activities and expenses, and optimize cash flow and tax benefits. If your business is investing in U.S.-based R&D and looking to maximize incentives while remaining compliant with tax law, let Anshin deliver value where others can't.
For more tax tips from Anshin, visit Anshin.com. That's ANCHIN.com. Anshin Accountants and Advisors, helping you recalculate what's possible.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. It is your boy Theo Dorsey. It is a Wednesday, February the 4th. And if you were with us last hour, you heard our fun fact in our Black History Month tidbit with Teddy about the one and only Tony Dungy. Not only him becoming the first ever black coach to win a Super Bowl, but also him being the last person to ever throw an interception and catch an interception in the same football game. And it happened back in 1977. Very interesting stuff there. In our YouTube chat at ESPN South Florida, Joel, known Seahawks fan, known Northwestern or Pacific Northwesterner, Joel, says Warren Moon has some great college stats at UW, and he's the first black quarterback into the Hall of Fame. Hey, not time for that. How do you know, Joel, that I didn't have that saved up for later this Black History Month? Got 28 days to fill here, brother. Slow down.
You're going to pop these mics on the weekends and interrupt.
Yeah, in the middle, just hey, just in case you didn't know. Also, you know what else today is, C-Katt?
No.
It is National
I don't know where
Women in Sports Day, and Tina's here.
Okay.
Yay!
It is National Women in Sports Day, and Tina is in sports. Tina is a woman, and Tina is right here on Theoretically Speaking in a happy hour. What up, Tina?
What's up?
How are you
Wednesday.
celebrating?
Well, we have a happy hour later today,
Let's go.
that's how I'm going to celebrate.
A double fist and some margaritas.
I'm about it.
Come on.
Maybe one espresso martini and then one margarita.
Hello.
We'll stick with tequila.
Yes. C-Katt, are you jealous because you're not going to be able to make this happy hour?
No. You know what? Someone's got to be here. Someone's got to be behind the board. Someone's got to make sure that the Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast audience, as well as our nationwide audience on YouTube, is entertained.
International audience. I know Theoretically Speaking international. Y'all are, Russo and Rizzo's international too.
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess, you can log into YouTube.
It's accessible internationally, but, we had international listeners with us from Italy.
That's right.
A couple times recently.
Fair enough. International audience on YouTube at ESPN South Florida.
Global.
If a couple of margaritas can't be drinking by me because I'm here, that's well worth the price.
Drinking. Yeah. Drinking is just a weird. I can't be drinking.
Drank.
Can't be drank.
I guess so.
Tina, you have a happy hour cocktail of the day?
I do have one.
Nice. Also, I like this. Is this the turtleneck you got rocking here?
No.
What's this?
No.
It doesn't go up my neck.
I can't see your neck from here.
Okay, then why would you call it a turtleneck?
Because I can only see the sleeves and the shirt part of it. Oh, you know what? I could have looked on the stream. The mic is blocking it from my angle. Sorry.
No, that's not a turtleneck.
What's the cocktail of the day today?
We have the Seahawks Breeze. Here we do some.
Playing favorites.
No.
It's going to be blue curacao.
That is included, yes.
Right. Midori sour.
No.
Ah, right. Should have quit while I was ahead.
Yeah, I was about to say, why would you do that to yourself, Ed? You already got a good,
We'll have
you were
a
up.
Patriots cocktail tomorrow or Friday.
Okay.
But the Seahawks Breeze is blue curacao, vodka, limoncello, club soda, and a lime to garnish.
Limoncello was my gift to Theo when I got back from Italy last year.
Yeah, I loved it too. My wife hated it. Too much for her. Too strong.
It is very strong. I preferred the meloncello, which is just tasty. It's sweet.
Did you like the grappa?
What's that mean?
Grappa.
What's that?
It's like the grape version, I think.
Oh, okay.
But it's
Did you
very
make that
potent.
up, or is that how they say it?
No, it's like grappa.
I'm not a big fan of grape-flavored anything,
It's
despite
not really
loving
grape
grapes.
flavored.
I
All right.
agree. I love grapes, but grape-flavored things,
So
no,
it's
thank
not
you.
really great. All right, do you like wine?
I love
Okay.
wine. Yeah. I love
So
wine.
y'all are like,
Because like people sleep on grapes in general, but they don't sleep on grape-flavored things in
yes.
general.
That's because you're talking about artificially grape flavored things are bad.
Correct.
But grape, originated things are actually kind of good.
Wine, amazing.
Wine is amazing. Grappa is an alcoholic beverage, a fragrant grape-based pomance. Oh, pomace. Pomace brandy. It's like a brandy made from grapes.
Okay.
And it's just like a limoncello, and I'm sure meloncello. It is a, what do you call it?
Digestif.
A digestif.
Oh, that's the French version of that?
No, just.
Oh, okay. Okay, drink that you have after dinner to make sure it all gets down nicely.
That did seem like some French right there. Yeah, somebody's listening to this that speaks French, and they're never going to listen to their.
I was going to say goodbye to the international audience that we just promoted that we had. The entire country of France has declared war on our show.
I think it's endearing. I, for one, love the French language, and as much as I love Italy more than I like France, but I love French more than I like Italian. Does that make sense? Like, I like the country Italy. I love Florence, Firenze, or Firenze. We learned how to say it right, and I still say it wrong. I loved Italy. Cool with France. France was cool. Just in Paris, it was cool. But the French language is just so much more smooth, so much more player.
Italy is closer to Spanish, like Italian and Spanish.
Yeah.
They're kind of, those words are very similar.
Yeah. And it's a little bit more harsh. It don't flow. It's not as smooth.
Really? You think French isn't smooth? Is not harsh? Sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds as harsh as hell.
But that's when
it's like
they're
the
doing
next step to German.
Yeah, you're talking when the French does get a little choppy sometimes. But French also can be very suave. Like, we went to this jazz club. My wife and I, we went to this jazz club in Paris, and there was people in there playing jazz music and stuff, vibing. And French accents sound smoother, but then also French can be a little bit more vibey, a little bit more sultry. Like they say when you buongiorno. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's hard. They say ciao. Ciao. That's hard. I got more, but I just can't think of them right now.
So we have the Super Bowl coming up this
Buongiorno.
weekend, right?
Yes, we do.
Ciao.
And I'm trying to get the office to do Super Bowl boxes.
Oui.
Or squares, as you might call them.
Mhm.
Tina, are you familiar with the game?
Yes, we actually used to do squares a few years ago when our teammate Jordan Sherwood would head it up. So I'm glad you've now taken that responsibility and are going to do it in the office. Is no one participating?
Those are big shoes to fill.
You know, I'm having to take my hat off and pass it around the office to make sure we fill up our 100 boxes. Theo's poo-pooing the whole idea of this, despite being one of our top guys here talking about the Super Bowl and calling in on the Baptist Health hotline. We've got Michael in West Palm Beach who has to have his say on this.
Scottie Pippen.
Michael, are you a fan of Super Bowl boxes?
Of course. Who isn't? I want to buy a $100 box.
Oh, Mike, pump the brakes, Mike.
No.
He can do that?
You go into some bars in New York City around Wall Street, and there are $1,000 boxes.
Oh, my God.
$5,000 boxes. And people will, get ransacked, and, the authorities will get called for these illegal gambling practices because of how much people will be charging for boxes in those
So
payouts.
can I ask, is Mike still there?
He's here.
Mike, why do you like Super Bowl boxes? What am I missing?
It's just fun. It's a fun time to make the game more interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, I like boxes. You're like, oh my, am I
Gets
gonna win?
everyone involved.
If you want Mike to purchase one of your boxes, he totally can, but can he go through you and not through ESPN Palms, so I have to make up contest rules
Okay.
or anything
Gotcha.
like that from a marketing standpoint?
Mike,
Just
Mike, we have your number.
Manager.
Yeah. We don't fill up our boxes with coworkers. We'll let you on in. They're $5 a box. So I'm not asking for an arm and a leg from these people.
Yeah, these people.
But I've only got 12 boxes sold when this offer
How many boxes are there?
48 hours. 100.
There's 100 boxes. You have 12 sold. So I could buy the other 88.
If you wanted to completely flip sides and become a jerk in a different way, yes, you could do that. I don't rake anything, so you could profit.
Oh, it's not fun if you buy all the boxes. Because then
no one else
automatically win. Because there's no rake.
Exactly.
So I just have a really good chance of winning if I do that.
Yes.
Do you automatically assign the boxes, or do people get to choose them?
Like of what numbers they get assigned with, it's random. So no, you can't say I want 0 and 7. No, you get just a grid of 1 through 100, and maybe you have lucky numbers and you just want to play it like a roulette wheel. That's fine. If you don't care, I just give you a random box, and then before game time, we'll randomly select those numbers on a website and randomly select the teams on which axis.
Okay.
I was going to ask you if you're going to bring in something like Friday for us to like fill in a box so we can pick our box, because like you don't know what numbers are going to like align with those boxes. But okay, you're doing it like online. I'll buy some boxes. I know I didn't respond to you yet, but I'll get boxes.
Okay, $5 a box. How much of an investment are you willing to make?
I'll do 6 boxes.
And how many people win?
4 people win, but one person could win 2 times. So it could be just 3 people. Could
Or
be just
one person could win 3 times.
Exactly. That's
Or 4
possible.
times.
Certainly possible.
Let me see. 5 times 100. $500. There's $500 on the line. I won the fourth quarter box last year, apparently.
So you played last year,
Yeah.
and now you're poo-pooing it this year.
It's not that I'm poo-pooing it. Last year, I still didn't fully understand how things work, so I just gave C-Katt a requisite amount of money, and then I won off of one of the boxes.
Yeah, see, usually the person that poo-poos a fun little gambling game is the person that tried it once and lost.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm not doing it again. I hate blackjack. But you actually won, and you are still talking down about the boxes.
I don't think less of people that enjoy the boxes. I'm glad that you all have a great time with it. I prefer games of skill, not games of chance or luck.
See, that's not fun.
Do you want like an obstacle race or like something for us to put on during the game?
See, I didn't want to say that because now, I knew I was going to get the sarcastic. Okay, you
all right,
run a 40?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, like how are we going? How do we make this not just luck?
Theo wants to put an egg on a spoon and then have to walk to the other side of the room, do a 360, and come back to the other side.
It. At least even when I hop on the little sports gambling app and I pick some things, it's like I'm thinking, I think this is going to happen. There's some value in it. There's some valor in it because I'm like, I feel like I'm making decisions here. I don't like Uno and I don't like Super Bowl boxes because you're just throwing a dart at the damn wall and hoping something sticks.
Okay.
It's random. Like, all right, why don't I just throw $20 on the ground and hope it grows into 40?
Well, you want to have your heart broken? Like you are mathematically more likely to win by playing Super Bowl boxes than by betting the spread of the Super Bowl.
True. That's true. Not if I only buy one box, though.
Yes, you are.
No.
Your expected value, since it's not plus 100 odds when you're betting on the spread, it's minus 110.
But which one did I? So
I don't take
I'm more
any
likely
rake
to
from
win.
the pot.
I know. All right, so I'm more likely. Excuse me. I have better odds.
You have a better expected value.
A better expected value, however you want to put it. But you know why I forgot that I won Super Bowl boxes last year? Because I didn't earn it. Didn't feel like I wasn't like pounding my chest. It was just random as hell. A couple of things happened and I earned money. I was like, oh, that's nice.
So the prize, like you mentioned,
I would love just random money thrown my way.
100 boxes at $5 a pop, and I'm not taking anything off the top.
No dopamine from that.
It's $100 if you win halftime, $75 if you win the first and third quarter, and then the grand prize, the final score is $250.
I think that's the one I won last year, so that was really nice.
This is crazy. This guy won the grand prize, and he's the leading detractor to it. If you don't want to play, how are you going to convince anybody else in the office to play?
I'm not here to convince them. You're convincing them. And I encourage them as well. It's just not for me, but I will still do it. I'm still going to do it.
It's just pathetic. I got to say.
What's pathetic about it? It's honest.
I'm not saying you're being pathetic. I'm saying I look pathetic having to go around like, we got some boxes left. Could really use your involvement. I don't want to stoop to that level.
Don't say it in that tone then.
There's no other way to do it. There's no other way to do it.
How about this?
I'm begging. I might as well have a tin can shaking it, trying to get people to drop in $5 boxes.
Would you prefer me to buy 5 Super Bowl boxes or convince 10 people at this happy hour to buy boxes? How about that? Yeah, pyramid scheme.
Ooh, okay. You can outsource your commitment. Tina, I've got you down for 6. You cannot buy any less than that. Just by the way, I didn't forget you're down for 6.
No,
Thank
I
you.
have your Venmo up if this is the right one, so I'll pay you soon.
Just do it right now. You have his
I don't know
Venmo
if this is
up.
right one.
You're not
No
too
one's-
engaged
no
here.
one's
That's
paid-
crazy.
No one's paid him
That
since
is so
2020.
crazy.
All right, that's not me then.
Okay, yeah, like no one's paid him since 2020. That's
Is it a
why
picture of him?
It's him, yes, and his girlfriend, and it's his.
Oh, I've went private since then. I don't have public transactions.
Yeah, who's doing public
I
transactions?
love reading the feed of Venmo and guessing what people
Seeing
are
which of your
paying
friends
for.
are drug dealers.
Yeah, like
Like, what could this like monster emoji mean?
right. Guys are I
Okay,
had
I'll pay
to
you right now.
All right,
Yeah.
thanks. Tina, you're locked in for $30. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Please tell your friends. We want to fill these boxes up. You now have 72 boxes remaining.
Who else bought boxes? I want
All
to
right.
see like if the cool kids are doing it.
See, exactly.
'Cause Tina's cool.
I knew Theo was like this. I knew Theo is the guy that when
Yeah.
you invite him to a party,
Who's
he
going?
replies,
Yeah.
who else is going?
I want to know.
I have paid.
I also want to know who I'm joining and who I'm boxing out of it. You know what I'm saying? Because if I buy up the rest of it, that'll be that would be a lot of money spent just to play a joke, you know? And it'll be stupid. And I probably would lose because of it.
Don't buy all those boxes.
But it would be, but like, how fun would that be?
It
If
would
I-
be fun because
if-
I'm probably not gonna win.
Okay, you have the same odds of winning if I don't buy a box or, you know, like,
You bought 70 boxes.
not last year. I only bought like 4 or 5. I don't remember what I bought last year. But I'm saying if I buy 70 boxes, it doesn't affect you. You only bought 6. You're still going to get
Yes.
those 6.
Yes, I know.
It's not like he's going to give me your boxes if I pay more money.
No, I know that.
Hey, can I buy Tina's boxes for
No,
$6
she's
a
locked
pop?
in. Sorry, the
Locked
Venmo
in, I
transaction
paid.
went through.
Can I-
Got the email.
Can I buy her boxes, specifically hers, for $10 a pop?
Whoa.
Doubling what she paid for her boxes. Now, all I want in her boxes, I don't want.
Oh, gotcha. So it's either you get her boxes
Yeah,
or
or
you
no
don't get
boxes.
any boxes.
Yeah, I just want.
Tina, I'm in a tough spot. Here. Surely you understand, right? Like,
so you're getting a rake here on this one.
wow, I got a tank. I got to think about this now.
I just want to now, after she's made her commitment, I want to eliminate her chances at winning now.
Whoa.
And it's going to be my chances. Then if I win, I'll give you a cut, Tina. But I just want to see how these rules work.
I don't think I can.
You can't do
I
this.
cannot
He
ethically.
decides the rules.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see what the rules are because you
It would
can
be
do
extremely
this.
unethical to deprive Tina of a chance to win if she already paid me the money.
Right.
If
You
you
can
give
just
me a
give her-
verbal commitment, then I can shut that down quick.
All right, what if I paid 3 times as much for her boxes? You give her money back then, and then you pocket the other part. So everybody wins.
That makes sense. C-Katt.
And then C-Katt, and then Tina gets no chance to win.
Oh, yeah.
I see. I'll have to think about this. There's much to think about here. But to answer your question about who's in the boxes, Theo's sitting in that seat, so he probably thinks everyone on this list does
Yeah.
not matter at all.
Yeah,
But
this is
we
the
have
seat that does think that I'm in the Scottie Pippen chair.
Our boss, Brian, of course, former producer on these airwaves, he's in, and then a bunch of people that are not on air.
Okay.
So, like Russo, Rizzo have not
a bunch
ponied
of
up the
people.
catch.
So everybody's bought one box.
Like 2, 3, max 4.
So Tina's the
Now
big
to the
spender.
max.
Yes, Tina has definitely
Woo!
the high water mark in terms of financial commitment to the
How
boxes.
do you feel about that, Tina, knowing that you're the big spender now? Because you didn't know that beforehand.
I don't mind. I love it. I want to win.
Okay. I like
I
that.
want money.
I'm
I don't have to work for.
Tina's getting a little maniac. I'm a little nervous about this.
Not to overshare. Financial times are tough for me, man. Like I'm
Likewise.
buying in for like $5 this year.
Oh, you're not even buying the boxes?
I am buying in a box, but I'm not going to go big spender mode like I do in years past.
Okay. But you do love Super Bowl. I just don't. That's the thing. I really do wish I liked it.
I lost
really
on
do.
blackjack because my flight got delayed. I went down big because my flight was delayed 6 hours on Friday, so I had nothing to do except go to Dania Point, try a restaurant there. I look at the watch. Oh, nice. 30 minutes down, 5.5 hours to go before I have to go to the terminal for my flight. So I had nothing better to do than go to the tables, and I got rinsed. So I don't have that spending money as I usually do during Super Bowl season.
But look at the bright side.
Yes.
You almost had twice as much of the money that you would have had.
I guess so. And I would have been very happy for it.
Yeah. And you probably would have paid up in your Super Bowl boxes. But hey, that's the rat trap. We talked about rat traps earlier.
Yeah.
That blackjack table became the rat trap.
Like, if I won big playing blackjack on Friday night, I probably would have upped it to $10 a box and gotten really, like, aggressive towards this.
Wow.
But since I can only afford $5 a box, I'm making everyone suffer through $5 a box.
A broke bookie over here?
Yes.
What the hell are we doing?
And I will say that once I fill this pot, it will be invested into a moneyline parlay. And if I lose the $500 that's been pooled together, you won't hear my voice in the airwaves. I'll skip town.
C-Katt's going to be on the run.
I'll force a trade like James Harden.
Yeah.
And I'll be on someone else's radio station because I'm getting away from the I got a RICO case here.
Yeah, I got some issues catching up to me here. By the way, that James Harden thing, look into it. It is a little sinister around there.
Yeah, so more of the story is for our wonderful fans, our wonderful listeners, viewers, and consumers of ESPN 106.3 content. It's embarrassing having to try to grab people for your Super Bowl boxes game, and I hope everyone can relate to that.
It won't be the first thing you've done that's embarrassing, though. It wouldn't be. We are going to have Super Bowl do's and don'ts. We're going to have Super Bowl do's and don'ts here on the other side. Super Bowl party do's and don'ts. You know what I'm saying? Not Super Bowl do's and don'ts. Do's of the Super Bowl, win. Don'ts, turn the ball over. You know, that's pretty easy. That's pretty easy. But we're going to have Super Bowl party do's or don'ts on the other side. And I'd love to hear some of Tina's. Just one do, one don't from you for a Super Bowl party.
Okay.
But you know what? A do for 2026, work out.
Always a do. 2026, working out is in, and you should do that at F45 Palm Beach Gardens. I switched it up last night. I did a 7 p.m. class.
Whoa.
I did a High Rocks class because F45 Palm Beach Gardens is a High Rocks gym. They have a 12-week program. They're a little bit in the middle of it right now, but you can still join whenever and take a class to get ready for High Rocks that's happening in April. 45-minute workout. You're in, you're out. You break a sweat. You stick with it. You will see the results. You could do a strength day, which maybe you need a little bit slower pace, lift heavy, cardio day. You've got some ski ergs, some rowers, some bikes, or a hybrid day, which is a little bit of strength and cardio. F45 Palm Beach Gardens. Great community, great coaches, and great workouts all in one place. Check out F45 Palm Beach Gardens Instagram page to see the specials that they've got going on right now.
All right, the ball's rolling. I got another $30 in my Venmo account from someone else in the office. So
nice.
We've got positive momentum. See, Tina, your involvement is appreciated. I want to follow suit. You know, like golf tournament.
Who matched me?
Brooks Koepka's in the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. Hey, you know what? I'm Shane Lowry. I kind of want to play in that tournament too again. That's how it works with this stuff. Mike Jones.
Okay.
Mike Jones.
Okay.
He matched her?
Mm-hmm.
I just
Bring
got
it on, MJ.
Oh.
I'm going to beat him.
You know, Michigan men cheat, though. He's a Michigan man.
Oh, lovely.
So, I don't know. Now that Mike Jones is in this contest, it feels like it's a little sinister.
Oh, you think that I'm going to rig the numbers?
Well, I'm just saying, though, Mike Jones is a Michigan man, and what I know from other Michigan men, not going to say one of them, but he may or may not own this building and a professional football team and got caught flirting with Tom Brady on a boat about being his quarterback. Cheats. What's the guy with the glasses, Connor Stallions?
Yeah.
Cheats. Tom Brady. Cheats.
So what do you have to say about Dusty May? Former
Dusty May
FAU men's basketball
Dusty
coach.
May is not a Michigan man.
Oh.
He is just the Michigan head basketball coach. He's new to the Michigan place. And he is, you know what? Dusty May was brought to Michigan. He was brought to Ann Arbor to change the ways of Michigan men going forward.
Purify them.
He's purifying Michigan men left and right. That's what he's doing with that basketball program.
I wonder if he would take the Indiana job. Like that's his roots,
I
right?
know. Yeah, he's a Hoosier.
Exactly.
Dusty May is not a Michigan man. He's a Hoosier.
And like now we're seeing that Indiana can pony up the cash to win in football, let alone basketball. So like if they get the same financial buy-in to that program, but he has Michigan so well right now, like how do you walk away from a basketball program that's winning at that caliber?
I don't think you walk away from Michigan. I don't think you can.
Exactly. That's like one of 5 to 10 schools that if you are at that school, you have that job, and you're winning at that job.
Yeah.
I mean, the only way to go is if you want to the league.
And Dusty May is also such a man of integrity and such a like look at how he stayed at FAU even when he was the hottest ticket on the market.
Yeah, he stayed for another year after the Final Four run.
Yes, and he could have left for, he literally opportunity cost of staying that year at FAU, though they did extend him and give him more money. The money he was being offered by other college programs, he could have really blew it through the roof. But no, he's especially because he doesn't need, like, Michigan's paying him so much money. The amount of money Mark Cuban and Indiana would have to come up with to lure him away at a certain point, there's diminishing returns.
For Indiana?
For
Dusty
Indiana.
May. Okay.
Not to say he's a bad basketball coach, but like I think, like you would have to like double, triple his salary. You would have to force him to say yes, because he would not want to just leave.
But like for an alma mater type guy like Dusty May, which did he go to Indiana, or he's at least from that area?
Started coaching. I don't know if he actually went there. I'm about to look it up. But
I got to imagine like making a Elite Eight for
Indiana, he went to Indiana,
would mean more to him than making a Final Four at Michigan.
Yes.
And maybe that's an unfair jump going from another weekend. The Final Four is in hallowed grounds. The jump from the Elite Eight to the Final Four is a bigger jump than going from the Sweet 16 to the Elite Eight.
Yeah.
But success at Indiana as a Hoosier would probably mean more than success in Michigan.
Maybe, you know what it sounds like, what it would seem like? He probably is going to be at Michigan for the bulk of his prime, quote unquote, in coaching. And if anything ever does sour at Michigan, if he has 1 or 2 down years, because, like all fan bases, even with good coaches, eventually they're like, oh, we need somebody else. They get restless. If that ever happens, his next stop is going to be ready-made and waiting for him. Like, Indiana might have a great basketball coach at the time in which Dusty May's ready to make that leap. And it seems to me like it's one of those things where, okay, I'm going to now retire at Indiana.
I see.
Feel me?
Yeah.
Because it's like, Michigan's never firing this dude. It'll be like a Mike Tomlin parting of ways type deal. And then there's no other place but Indiana, I could see. And that's me speaking as Theo Dorsey, not with any insight on Dusty May's situation, but just, how things have seemed to go. We got more Theoretically Speaking Super Bowl ins and outs on the other side. So do's and don'ts. That's Tina, that's C-Katt, I'm Theo Dorsey. We are Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWestPalmContests.com. That's ESPNWestPalmContests.com.
Whether it's a clutch touchdown pass, a game-winning dunk, or an impressive dash to the finish, we want to highlight the best performance of the week. The winning performance will receive $500 courtesy of Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Catch the biggest moments and winners all season long on ESPN 106.3 and ESPN West Palm Play. Nominate them today by emailing highschool@espnwestpalm.com. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Welcome to being treated like a pro.
ESPN 106.3 is your home for live sports presented by Hard Rock Bet, home of Inter Miami, Miami Heat, and the Miami Dolphins. Catch all the action and the biggest matchups throughout the week right here on ESPN 106.3. Hard Rock Bet, it's Florida's official sports book. Try Hard Rock Bet now and receive up to $100 back in bonus bets if your first bet doesn't win. It's offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida, must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida. Wager terms and conditions apply. Considered by gambling. Call 1-888-ADMITTED.
Hi, I'm Janice Ridenour from J. Zello & Associates. For nearly 30 years, my firm has worked alongside business owners and their teams, helping them truly understand QuickBooks with clear accounting guidance, proven workflows, and hands-on training. We offer customized QuickBooks Online training delivered in a supportive, judgment-free environment so you can learn at your pace. If you're stressed about your books, you don't have to be. Get trained, get confident, get it right. And when you need ongoing support or you'd rather have it done for you, our experienced team is here to help. Visit jzolo.com and schedule your free consultation today.
Mike Rizzo here with the Sports Business Minute presented by the Florida Atlantic MBA in Sport Management Program. MLB free agency is in full swing. We are a couple of weeks away from pitchers and catchers reporting for spring training, but free agency certainly has been a topic of conversation in Major League Baseball, specifically with the Los Angeles Dodgers, who are the back-to-back World Series champion. They arguably got the top man on the free Kyle Tucker. They agreed on a 4-year, $240 million contract. A lot of it is deferred money, which brings up the conversation. Is there going to be a lockout? Is there going to be a salary cap? The rich get richer with the Dodgers. This is the Sports Business Minute presented by the Florida Atlantic MBA in Sport Management Program. Accelerate your career in sports with the program committed to developing top-notch executives and managers with a focus on the job placement for students and graduates. The Florida Atlantic MBA in Sport Management Program.
What if sports were traded like markets? Now you can test your sports IQ in real time with Robinhood Prediction Markets. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. You can buy or sell your positions all game long. You know the game. Put it to use. Trade every play with Robinhood. Download the app today. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Hey, it's time to make that hotline blank, people. It's time to light up the Baptist Health Hotline, 888-760-3776. We want to know your do's and don'ts at Super Bowl parties. It is Super Bowl Sunday coming up. It is Super Week. This week is super. It's super duper, and I want to know your do's and don'ts. Your do's and don'ts for the parties that you're and also tell me what your setup's going to be this Sunday. And hit us up on the Baptist Health Hotline, 888-760-3776, 888-760-3776. Step into pro-level orthopedic care at Baptist Health. From weekend warriors to seasoned pros, our all-pro team delivers the advanced care you deserve. With Baptist Health, they know that they take care of professional athletes left and right. They know that they handle people that are the cream of the crop when it comes to athletic abilities. They also want to help you as well. They're going to treat you just like they treat them. Welcome to being treated like a pro. And welcome to the life that you love. Welcome to the life that you used to. Get back to doing what you love most. And learn more at baptisthealth.net/ortho. That is baptisthealth.net/ortho. The Baptist Health Hotline, 888-760-3776. I don't think people appreciate Mr. Ice Cream Man enough.
Yeah,
you know what
I'm
I'm saying?
people.
When that song hits, especially when that right there is the Marching 100 of FAMU. That sound you hear blaring through on the rejoins. There's a lot of bands to pick from that do Mr. Ice Cream Man, but I felt it fitting to pick FAMU because that's a Florida area band. We're a Florida area show. I wanted to go with my alma mater, Hampton, and the Force, but that's my sacrifice to the good people.
See, when I see Ice Cream Man, I think of the song, or at least the Vine trend that went viral, like, wait a minute, Mr. Postman.
Yeah.
That's what I think of. Different
Think of
song,
Postman?
right?
Oh, that's a great song too, but no, it's a different song.
Okay. So we're not on the same
Wait
page.
a minute, Mr. Postman. No, you hear Ice Cream Man is what you just heard. Mr. Ice Cream Man. Doom, doom, doom. Mr. Ice Cream Man.
Not working for me.
Well, that was.
Game's going to be on NBC. The Super Bowl, right?
Sure.
It is.
Okay. Why'd you ask me then? Why would you ask me?
I don't know. The music started playing, and I figured, here's a nice tie-in to get into our Super Bowl parties, do's and don'ts.
I'll lead this one off. For Super Bowl do's and don'ts.
Don't take mine.
Okay. That's going to be hard to do. You haven't submitted yours via text or anything. What are yours?
Was I supposed to?
No. So how would I take yours?
Oh, well, I just thought of it. You just told me 5 minutes ago to come prepared.
Okay. Well, do you want to lead it off?
I would like to lead it off so you don't take mine.
All right. Leading off our Super Bowl party do's and don'ts. Espresso Mar-Tina.
Do respect the commercials. That is a big part about the Super Bowl. So please, allow the TV. Don't block it. I want to listen. I want to see it. Commercials are a big part of the Super Bowl.
Now, but there's a pendulum here because I feel like the pendulum swung a little bit too strong in maybe the 2010s to the year 2020 where people were respecting the commercials too much. Where I saw people using the game time as bathroom break time.
That's
Are
crazy.
you that type of person that will not use the bathroom during commercial time and instead doing it when the clock is running?
I'm going to use the bathroom whenever I got to go to the bathroom.
There you go.
All right.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Your body.
What? Yeah. Yeah, that was a good one. That was good.
All right, Theo, you're due. Or don't.
I want to say something about the commercials right quick.
Please.
The commercials inevitably have lost a bit of their luster, if you will, ever since we've started posting the commercials 2 weeks before the Super Bowl kicks off.
Yeah.
And to me, like what made Super Bowl commercials can't miss TV in the past were two things. Number one, it was unique, right? You didn't know what you're going to get. It was random, right?
Took
my
risks.
Goodness. Whoa. Yes. And then number two, advertisers would literally save their best stuff and do a lot of shock and awe stuff for the Super Bowl, and that was the only weekend of the year you would get that. Now, it'll be a random Wednesday I'm watching the commercial, like, oh my God. Like they do it all the time now. Just don't feel different anymore. So
I agree
I think
with
you can take a restroom break.
I think you can just not watch the Super Bowl commercials that are promoted ahead of time, right?
But also, like, to be
those
honest,
special ones aren't on TV yet, but they're digitally. So I just don't watch.
It used to be you don't have to. It used to be you don't, like, if you didn't watch the Super Bowl and all of its commercials, you would have never saw that Super Bowl commercial.
Man, as a wee lad, I used to watch like compilations of best Super Bowl commercials of 2009.
Yes.
And like, the Dorito one, and you had the Coke one.
The Bud Light ones, and there's so many ones.
I've got a very big don't for Super Bowl parties.
Don't. Super Bowl don't.
Do not introduce a new significant other at a Super Bowl party. That cannot be the first time that you bring that person into your friend group or family. See, it seems like you've either been the significant other or have brought someone that was a significant other to a Super Bowl as their introduction.
No, I'm just confused as to why that's a big don't.
Uh-oh.
This is a special day.
Talk to her.
This is a very special day. It is selfish of you to make this about introducing, I'm trying to think of a fake guy name. That is
Timothy.
Hey, everyone, I'd like you to meet Timothy. He's a firefighter. Now you got questions about Timothy and him being a first responder, and he's dominating all the attention. We should be focused on the TV.
He's trying to make a first impression, too, and he's
also,
over here like...
I should not have to worry about being polite to Timothy when he makes a really bad football take.
Oh, my gosh.
Like, you don't got to put me in that spot.
This could be, though. Okay, no one's really going to probably even care about Timothy because they're there watching the game. This could also be a great way to show, like, your true self of, like, can Timothy handle my fandom? Like, if the Ravens
That's
were
a bad day to try that, though.
But I'm saying, hey, can they handle how big of a fan I am?
Let's do that week 8.
And like, what if Timothy wasn't around week 8? Timothy came at the end of the season.
Well, guess what? Timothy's going to have to wait till the offseason.
I feel bad for Timothy, because what if Timothy is a super fan?
Yeah.
And then Timothy feels like he does need to meter his emotions if he's a fan of a team that's on. Or maybe he's got $500 in the game and he's really getting into it in that fact. You're putting everybody in a tough spot.
C-Katt, I think you're right about this. This is a bad idea. If you have to be in a pinch to do this. You have to be in a pinch. Because here's the other issue. Let's just say you are in a new relationship with Timothy. He's going to want to watch the Super Bowl with you, but you have Super Bowl plans. So what do? Do you go and watch the Super Bowl without Timothy?
And that goes to Tabitha, too. If Tabitha's not a football fan and you bring her in, she should not feel like she needs to read up on the game in order to keep up with this friend group. I am going to meet one of my girlfriend's friend groups for the first time next weekend. I misheard her when she initially asked if I could come. I thought she said Super Bowl Sunday. I declined.
You declined?
I said no.
Absolutely not.
And it said, no. Saturday. I was like, okay, yeah, I'll be there. I would not want to meet a friend group for the first time on Super Bowl Sunday. It is a recipe for disaster that you don't see coming unless you watched and listened to Theoretically Speaking.
Come on. We give it to you raw on Theoretically Speaking. Don't know why I said it that way.
Yeah, I wasn't going to bail you out there. You just had to sit in that. You just had to sit in it. All right, so we've got a do. Theo, you got to give us a do or a don't.
Yes, I'm sorry. Don't. This is a don't. Pre-game for a Super Bowl party. Do not pre-game for a Super Bowl party. Exactly. But here's the thing. People pre-game all the time, especially on days in which they ain't got nothing else to do. And I'm just giving you a little bit of a heads up. The Super Bowl is a marathon, not a sprint. You do not want to be drunk in the first quarter of said Super Bowl party. You want to be just kind of getting there maybe by halftime. Do not pregame for the Super Bowl party. You know what else happens when you pregame for a Super Bowl party? You make stupid bets midway through the first quarter. All right? I am here to save your wallet and to save your reputation. Do not pregame for the party. You'll have plenty of time during this 5-hour festivity to have the proper amount of drinks. That's my don't.
I've got a do not as well.
Uh-oh.
Don't get emotionally invested in the appetizer that you bring to the party being, appreciated. If you have got, bunny ears and you're waiting for compliments and in your peripherals you got your eye on your buffalo chicken dip and you're seeing that no one's putting it on their plate, that's not a stressor that you need. You need to walk in there like you're walking into a casino knowing no one's going to like this. Except that is probably going to happen. Because when they do like it, then it's nice. If they don't like it, you have low expectations.
This seems like very personal. This is C-Katt, is this how you felt during our Friendsgiving thing?
No, people like the baked ziti.
Yeah, everyone loved his baked ziti.
Our baked ziti.
Sorry,
our
yes,
baked ziti. Me and C-Katt both did that.
Yes.
More do's and don'ts for Super Bowl parties on the other side. That's C-Katt. That's Tina. I'm Theo Dorsey. We're helping you be prepared for Super Bowl Sunday on Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
A resort destination beyond compare, yet conveniently close to home. The Breakers Palm Beach offers everything you desire with the service you deserve in a breathtaking oceanfront setting. Immerse yourself in unparalleled seaside glamour and enjoy all the Breakers has to offer as you create lasting memories with those who matter most. The best part, you don't have to travel far to feel worlds away. Visit thebreakers.com or call 1-800-BREAKERS today.
Are you one of those people that just can't focus at home? The dog barks, the kids are screaming, and you're thinking, how am I going to get all of this work done? Working from home can be distracting, but Intelligent Office is here to help you focus. They offer quiet and affordable private office and meeting spaces in Palm Beach Gardens to help you get your work done. Call 561-472-8400 or visit intelligentoffice.com to reserve an office today.
The countdown is on to Palm Beach's PGA Tour event. The Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches returns to PGA National Resort and Spa to kick off the Florida Swing February 25th through March 1st. Secure your spot to watch the pros take on one of golf's toughest stretches of holes at the iconic Bear Trap, while enjoying plenty of fan activities, local bites, drinks, and more. Tickets are on sale now at thecognizantclassic.com. Don't forget, 2 kids get in free with each ticketed adult.
Want to accelerate your career as a manager or executive in the exciting industry of sports? Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program is ranked #1 in Florida and 10th in the world. Students learn practical and applied skills from top faculty and experts who work in the industry. With a 94% placement rate for all grads, the full-time MBA program sets students up for success in the world of sports. Check out Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program today by going to business.fau.edu.
At St. Lucie Battery and Tire, batteries came before tires. We've been selling and servicing all types of batteries for over 50 years. So when you need a battery for nearly anything, we have it, as well as the fast professional installation you need. We carry premium batteries for all your needs: automotive, commercial, marine, RV, and specialty. We also offer delivery and on-site installation, serving our customers quality products for over 50 years in the home of honest, reliable service. Go to slbt.com and book your next appointment.
What would you do with an extra $700? You can earn up to $700 per year with Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Boost Checking pays 7.0 annual percentage yield on balances up to $10,000. That's up to $700 extra to do what you love. Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Requirements apply to earn the highest dividend rates. Limit 1 checking account per membership. Dividend rates and annual percentage yield subject to change. Business accounts do not qualify. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is Theoretically Speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Super Bowl party do's and don'ts for Super Bowl Sunday. You're back on the clock, Tina. Give the good people a little tip, a little tidbit, if you will.
Don't try to start a conversation during the halftime performance.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a Super Bowl party once, and they were all just chit-chatting. I'm like, I'm trying to listen. I'm trying to watch. I like this performer. Please stop. Go take the conversation somewhere else.
Was it La Russell that you were watching, or was it somebody else at halftime that happened? You don't know about La Russell?
No.
Oh, see. Not cultured, C-Katt. Me and C-Katt know about La Russell. Halftime performer, La Russell. C-Katt?
Yeah.
I don't like that either. I was going to give it's your next for the do's and don'ts.
I see.
I don't like that either, though. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Somebody said La Russell should perform at halftime yesterday. Yeah.
General rule for me, give the remote control to someone you trust. You can't just have the head of the household doing it, because maybe the head of the household is not very good with the remote control. Because you don't need all of the pregame for the Super Bowl. You've got the PGA Tour over in Arizona with the Waste Management Open, which is the first big event of the PGA Tour season. And then you switch it over maybe an hour before the game starts. So give the TV remote control to someone you trust. That's one of my do's.
I like that. Got to be smart about it. Got to be savvy about it. And my don't will be, you kind of stole it, so I'm going to try to reword it.
The Puppy Bowl.
No, not the Puppy.
Okay, I thought you were going to make sure that got some playtime.
No, I don't give a damn about no Puppy Bowl. Was that when the dogs? No, I don't give a damn about that. You know that. No, don't actively hate on the halftime show. Don't boycott it. Don't try to turn your back to it. Listen to it. Give it a shot, because I think it's going to be a thrill this year. And I try to every year that I'm at least in front of the TV, unlike what C-Katt did to Katy Perry.
It was Lady Gaga.
Whatever. Russo and Rizzo's next. Go in love, go in peace, go in joy.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Hughes